Beloved soul, listen carefully. There is a battle raging, not in the visible world around you, but in realms unseen. A battle for your protection, your destiny, your very life path. This is not a battle you caused. It is a battle you were born into. For you carry a light, a calling, a divine inheritance that darkness has tried to extinguish from the moment you took your first breath. Archangel Michael steps forward now, his armor gleaming with the fire of heaven, his sword drawn not in fear, but in fierce love. He speaks urgently. You are under divine protection. You are not defenseless. You are not forgotten. Even now, forces of light are surrounding you, shielding you from attacks you never saw, from dangers you never knew approached. There have been plots whispered against your life. There have been snares laid across your path. There have been spirits of delay, spirits of confusion, spirits of sabotage assigned to derail your destiny. But heaven has not stood silent. The command to protect you was issued before the enemy ever formed a weapon. The decree for your survival was signed in divine blood, and no plan of darkness can override the words spoken over your life. Michael reminds you, every unseen battle you survived, every unexplained breakthrough, every sudden rescue was not coincidence. It was covenant. You have been shielded from betrayals you didn't detect. You have been redirected away from dangers you didn't discern. You have been rescued from ambushes you didn't even recognize, because you are marked, because you are chosen. Because your life is more critical than you have yet understood. Beloved, do not mistake the absence of visible warfare for the absence of war. The enemy has moved subtly, through distractions, through delays, through disguised attacks aimed not at your body, but at your spirit. Attempts to weary you, attempts to confuse you, attempts to plant seeds of doubt in your mind about who you are and whose you are. But Michael declares, the enemy's tactics have failed. The protection placed around you is impenetrable, not because of your strength, but because of heaven's mercy, not because of your perfection, but because of heaven's promise. You have been shielded in the cleft of the rock. You have been hidden under the wings of the Almighty. And even now, angelic forces are being dispatched to reinforce your protection. Armies are moving at the speed of light on your behalf. Strategic defenses are being erected around your mind, your heart, your home, your future. Because what is coming for you, what heaven has stored up for you, is so sacred, so weighty, so critical, that it cannot be left unguarded. You are on the brink of receiving a divine communication, a letter, a message, a revelation crafted not by human hands, but delivered through divine orchestration. This letter holds truths long concealed. This letter carries keys to your next season. This letter unlocks doors that no human effort could pry open. But the enemy knows this, and even now, there are forces seeking to distract you, to confuse you, to delay you just long enough that you miss the divine delivery. Michael warns, be vigilant, be discerning, be steadfast. The enemy will not come announcing itself. It will disguise the distraction as an urgent obligation. It will cloak the attack in busyness, in emotional upheaval, in sudden demands on your attention. It will whisper, just focus on this for now. It will murmur, you can return to your divine path later. Do not be deceived. This is your hour. This is your moment. This is your divine appointment. Miss it, and you risk delaying your destiny. Ignore it, and you risk forfeiting breakthroughs that have been years in the making. But heed the warning, stay alert, and you will step into a season of fulfillment unlike anything you have imagined. Gabriel, Raphael, and many others are standing watch with Michael. They are positioning themselves at critical junctures along your path. They are intercepting the attacks before they reach you. They are dismantling the ambushes before you even see them. They are securing the atmosphere around you, ensuring that nothing contaminates the sacred delivery that is on its way. Michael's voice rises. You are not a victim. You are a victor. You are not under siege, you are under assignment. Assignment to receive, assignment to steward, assignment to rise, and rise you will. But you must remain focused, you must remain sensitive, you must remain surrendered. Do not let fear distract you. Do not let anger consume you. Do not let doubt take root. You are closer than you think. The miracle is closer than you imagine. The letter is nearer than your next breath. Michael urges you, prepare your spirit, guard your mind, anchor your heart. Because when the delivery arrives, and it will, you must be ready. Ready to recognize it, ready to receive it, ready to respond. There is a divine strategy in place. You are not walking blindly. You are being guided. Every delay was a detour around destruction. Every disappointment was a doorway to divine realignment. Every closed door was a protection you did not understand at the time. Now you will see. Now you will know. Now you will step fully into the protection, the provision, and the promise that have always been yours. The battle has been fierce, but the outcome is assured. Victory is not coming. Victory is here. Victory is yours. Because heaven has decreed it, and nothing can overturn what heaven has declared. So stand in faith, stand in expectation, stand in the full armor of light. Because Archangel Michael fights for you, and the victory is already won. Precious soul, there is a sacred message that heaven has guarded for you alone. It was sealed long ago, written not with ink and paper, but with divine light and eternal promises. A message containing the truths that the world tried to hide from you, the inheritance they said you never had, the destiny they told you was impossible. Archangel Michael leans closer now, his sword gleaming, his voice urgent. The letter is real. The delivery is near. It carries the evidence of who you truly are. It holds the confirmation of your divine lineage, your rightful blessings, your true authority. For too long, this message was withheld, intercepted by those who feared what you would become if you knew the truth, delayed by hands that tried to rewrite your story, hidden by forces that trembled at the light you would unleash if you fully understood your power. But heaven has intervened. The chains that bound your miracles are breaking. The walls that concealed your destiny are crumbling. The letter is coming, not in the way you might expect, not with earthly messengers or man-made systems, but through divine orchestration, through sudden revelations, through unexpected confirmations, through signs so personal, so undeniable, that your spirit will tremble with recognition. Michael warns, you must be ready, you must be watchful, you must be sensitive, because as the letter approaches, the distractions will increase. Old wounds will try to resurface. Old voices will try to whisper doubts. Old fears will try to reattach themselves. They will come disguised as busyness, as urgency, as familiar chaos, anything to pull your focus, anything to make you miss the sacred moment. But beloved, you will not miss it. You are wiser now. You are stronger now. You are more anchored in the truth now. And heaven has fortified you for this moment. Gabriel, Raphael, and the hosts of heaven are surrounding the pathway of your promise, clearing debris, unraveling confusion, illuminating the signs. Michael urges you, look for the signs, listen for the whispers, follow the pull of peace, because the signs will not scream, they will not demand, they will not compete with the noise of the world. They will come like soft candles flickering in the dark, a sudden dream, a repeated number, a flash of knowing that ignites in your spirit without warning. Pay attention, because these signs are escorting your miracle into view. This letter is not just information, it is impartation. It will not merely tell you who you are, it will activate who you are. It will not only reveal your inheritance, it will release it. It will not just uncover past deceptions, it will unlock future victories, and once it is delivered, everything will change. You will no longer wonder if you are chosen. You will know. You will no longer hope you are protected. You will live in the certainty of divine shielding. You will no longer question your path. You will walk it with authority, because the letter will confirm what heaven has always known about you, and what darkness fought so hard to keep you from discovering. Beloved, this is why the battle intensified. This is why the warfare became fiercer just before now, because the enemy fears a soul who knows the truth. The enemy trembles at a child of light who remembers their origin. The enemy cannot withstand a warrior who moves in divine identity. And that is who you are. Michael's voice strengthens. You are not just fighting for survival. You are reclaiming sacred ground. Ground that was stolen. Ground that was hidden. Ground that was marked for your dominion long before you took your first breath. And the letter, the sacred message, is the key. The key to open gates long sealed shut. The key to dismantle curses spoken against your bloodline. The key to release blessings your ancestors prayed for but never saw. This is bigger than you. This is about generations. This is about regions. This is about destinies intertwined with yours, waiting for you to rise, waiting for you to remember, waiting for you to receive. Michael pleads, guard your heart, steady your mind, strengthen your resolve, because when the letter comes, it will demand your yes to believe, your yes to step forward, your yes to accept the responsibility that comes with revelation. You cannot cling to old doubts and receive new mantles. You cannot worship the memories of failure and embrace the mandates of future victories. You must let go. Let go of the narratives written by fear. Let go of the limits spoken by those who could not see your worth. Let go of the shame placed upon you by broken people. This letter is rewriting your story with truth, with honor, with divine vindication. And beloved, heaven delights in seeing you step into the fullness of what was always yours. The miracles you've prayed for are tied to your acceptance of this truth. The alignments you've cried out for are connected to your recognition of this letter's authority. The expansion you've longed for hinges on your willingness to say, yes, I am who heaven says I am. Michael smiles as he concludes, the letter is near. The signs are already gathering. The miracle is closer than your next breath. Stay alert, stay anchored, stay ready, because what's coming will not just change your life. It will awaken your destiny, and heaven is already celebrating your readiness to receive. Beloved soul, listen with the ears of your spirit. There have been battles fought over you, not battles you could see, not battles you even knew to fight, but battles waged in secret to delay, distract, and dismantle your divine destiny. Archangel Michael steps forward, his shield ablaze with light. The attacks against you were never about your present. They were always about your future. You have been targeted not because of where you are, but because of where you are going. The enemy saw glimpses of your purpose long before you did, and he feared it. He feared the lives you would touch. He feared the chains you would break. He feared the light you would unleash in places still wrapped in darkness. That is why you have faced such unexplainable warfare. That is why certain doors slammed shut without warning. That is why some relationships crumbled without reason. That is why opportunities seemed to vanish just as you reached for them. Not because you failed, not because you were forgotten, but because heaven was shielding you, because your path had to be preserved, because what you carry could not be compromised. Michael reminds you, every delay was a divine detour. Every loss was a strategic liberation. Every disappointment was a disguised protection. You did not lose what you needed. You lost what would have leaked your strength, what would have drained your focus, what would have diluted your impact. And though at times it felt like defeat, it was always deliverance. Beloved, there were alliances forged against you, silent agreements made in shadows, plots crafted in unseen places. Yet none of them prospered, because heaven's hand stayed them, because angels stood in the gap when you had no words to pray. because the blood of the covenant spoke louder than any curse uttered against you. Michael's voice strengthens. You are not a casualty. You are a conqueror, and you have survived what was meant to stop you. Now you are being positioned to thrive where you were once attacked, to build where you were once broken, to reign where you were once rejected. But you must understand, the enemy's last strategy is distraction. If he cannot destroy you, he will try to divert you. He will send familiar voices to pull you off course. He will send counterfeit opportunities to detour your focus. He will whisper lies wrapped in half-truths to confuse your discernment. You must remain vigilant. You must weigh every voice against the voice of the Spirit. You must test every opportunity against the peace of your soul. You must anchor yourself in the truth of who you are, because the stakes are too high, because the promise is too near, because the miracle is too precious. Michael warns, stay grounded, stay guarded, stay guided, grounded in your identity, guarded in your spirit. Guided by the whispers of heaven, do not chase what glitters, do not grasp what flatters, do not settle for what comes easily, because what heaven is preparing for you is worth the wait. It is worth the warfare. It is worth the wilderness. The battles were proof, not punishment. Proof that you carry something precious, proof that you are a threat to the plans of darkness, proof that your destiny is weighty with heaven's glory, and now, beloved, you are standing on the threshold. The final push is underway, the delivery is imminent, the breakthrough is at hand. Michael's voice is firm. Do not grow weary now. Do not lay down your sword now. Do not abandon the gates of your promise now. You have fought too long. You have endured too much. You have overcome too many odds to falter at the finish line. Lift your head, strengthen your hands, steady your heart, because heaven fights with you, because angels war beside you. Because victory is not just a promise, it is your inheritance, it is your portion, it is your reality. Beloved, heaven does not make empty promises. The same God who brought you through the fire will crown you in the flood of blessing. The same Spirit who sustained you in the silence will celebrate you in the sound of victory. The same angels who fought for you in the shadows will witness your rising in the light. You were born for this, you were crafted for this, you were anointed for this. Michael's sword flashes with light. This is your hour, this is your harvest, this is your homecoming. The hidden battles could not stop you, the silent wars could not break you. You are still standing, you are still believing, you are still moving forward. And because you chose faith over fear, trust over terror, obedience over offense, you are about to walk into the fulfillment of promises ancient and eternal. So breathe, beloved. Breathe in the victory already vibrating in the atmosphere. Breathe in the certainty that heaven fights for you. Breathe in the hope that has never been extinguished. The hidden battles are ending, the open blessings are beginning, and your destiny. The destiny heaven wrote before time began is unfolding even now. Step forward, step free, step fearless, because heaven's army marches with you, because Archangel Michael has declared, no weapon formed against you shall prosper, no lie spoken against you shall prevail, no enemy risen against you shall stand. The victory is sealed. The miracle is near, and you, precious soul, are about to walk into everything heaven ever promised. Precious soul, there is a reason you are still standing. There is a reason the enemy's traps did not destroy you, a reason the betrayals did not break you, a reason the delays did not disqualify you. It is because heaven intervened on your behalf, again and again, often in ways you never saw, never understood, and never even knew to pray for. Archangel Michael leans in, his armor radiant with divine fire. You were never alone. You were never abandoned. You were never without defense, even in your darkest nights, even in your deepest confusion, even when you thought no one cared. Heaven fought for you. There were battles waged in hidden places. There were attacks intercepted before they could reach you. There were decisions shifted, meetings cancelled, doors closed, not to harm you, but to protect you, because your calling is critical. Your destiny is essential. Your assignment is irreplaceable. Michael speaks with urgency. Heaven has too much invested in you to allow your story to be stolen. The divine intervention you received was not random. It was strategic. It was precise. It was tailored to your path, your purpose, your unique destiny. You may have thought it was coincidence, but it was covenant. You may have thought it was chance, but it was the choreography of angels moving mountains on your behalf. You have survived betrayals that should have shattered you. You have endured losses that should have silenced you. You have walked through fires that should have consumed you. But here you are, still breathing, still believing, still moving forward, because heaven decreed, you shall live and not die. Heaven decreed, you shall fulfill the purpose for which you were sent, and no demon, no delay, no darkness can overturn what heaven has declared. Beloved, there were moments when the enemy thought he had you, moments when the depression almost swallowed you, moments when the anxiety almost paralyzed you, moments when the betrayal almost broke you beyond repair. But every time, heaven intervened. Sometimes through a sudden shift you could not explain, sometimes through a word of encouragement that found you at your lowest, sometimes through an invisible strength that rose within you when you thought you had nothing left. Michael reminds you, those were not accidents. Those were answers. Answers to prayers you didn't even know how to pray. Answers to promises heaven made over your life before you even knew you needed saving. You were protected on purpose. You were preserved with precision. You were pulled back from the brink by hands stronger than the forces trying to drag you under. And now, beloved, you are being positioned to receive the reward for your endurance, the inheritance for your obedience, the breakthrough for your perseverance. Michael urges, do not minimize what you survived. Do not diminish the magnitude of your preservation. Do not forget the battles heaven fought for you, because gratitude is the gate to greater glory, because remembrance is the foundation for fresh revelation, because the same God who protected you will now promote you. The same angels who shielded you will now celebrate you. The same heaven that covered you will now crown you. Beloved, the intervention was never just about survival. It was about preparation. Preparation for a life of impact. Preparation for a destiny of influence. Preparation for a season of overflow. You were being trained in the hidden places. You were being fortified in the silent seasons. You were being equipped in the dark so you could shine in the light. And now the time draws near. Now the curtain begins to rise. Now the miracle approaches. Michael's voice resonates. Prepare your heart. Prepare your house, prepare your hands, because what heaven preserved you for is about to manifest, not in the distant future, not in the vague someday, but now, in this season, in this moment of divine convergence. And it will be unmistakable. The letter will arrive, the doors will open, the promises will speak, and you, precious one, will step into a reality you only dared to whisper about. You will see the evidence of the battles you never knew were fought. You will walk on the roads that angels cleared. You will reap the harvests that heaven protected. Michael whispers, you are not late, you are not behind, you are right on time. Every detour was divine, every delay was deliberate, every battle was blessed. You have been carried by grace you did not earn. You have been shielded by mercy you did not request. You have been secured by love you can scarcely comprehend, and now heaven is poised to reveal the fullness of what was prepared in secret, the miracle that was fought for, the destiny that was defended, the inheritance that was guarded. It is time to rise, time to receive, time to rejoice, because you, beloved one, are living proof that heaven wins. You are the testimony of battles won in silence. You are the evidence of promises kept against all odds. So step boldly, Step with reverence, step with joy, because divine intervention has secured your victory. And now, the celebration begins. Beloved soul, listen with the fullness of your spirit, for what I am about to tell you is urgent. This is not the time to be distracted. This is not the time to be casual with your calling. You stand at the edge of the greatest shift your life has ever seen, and heaven is issuing a final warning. Be ready. Stay alert. Hold your position. Archangel Michael steps forward, his shield blazing, his sword drawn. The shift has already begun. The forces that once worked against you are collapsing. The hidden battles are nearing their end. But as the breakthrough approaches, so does the final resistance. The enemy is desperate because he knows what you are about to receive. He knows what you are about to walk into. He knows what you are about to become, and he fears it. That is why distractions are intensifying. That is why confusion is increasing. That is why old fears and old wounds are being stirred, not because you are failing, but because you are winning. You are closer to your miracle now than you have ever been. You are steps away from the letter, the inheritance, the revelation heaven has prepared for you, and the enemy's last strategy is panic. He will attempt to rush you, to frustrate you, to bait you into premature moves, to tempt you into abandoning your post just before the delivery arrives. Michael warns, do not move without the peace of heaven. Do not speak without the breath of the Spirit. Do not act without the fire of discernment. This is not the time to question your anointing. This is not the time to entertain distractions. This is not the time to water down your obedience. This is the time to be locked in, laser-focused, spiritually fortified, internally anchored, because the pressure will increase right before the promise manifests. The tension will tighten right before the blessing bursts forth. The warfare will rage right before the walls fall. Beloved, you have come too far to falter now. You have sacrificed too much to surrender now. You have battled too bravely to bow now. Michael's voice grows fierce. This is not just about you. It never was. Your obedience is unlocking blessings for generations after you. Your endurance is breaking chains for those still trapped. Your faith is shifting atmospheres beyond your comprehension. The final warning is simple. Stay the course. Stand your ground, seal your commitment, because the shift is irreversible, the blessing is inevitable, the miracle is unstoppable, but only if you stay aligned, only if you stay surrendered, only if you stay sensitive to the whispers of heaven over the screams of the world. Michael reminds you, this battle is already won. The victory is already sealed, but your position matters, your posture matters, your perception matters. Do not be lured into old patterns. Do not be seduced by familiar fears. Do not be tricked into trading destiny for comfort. Because comfort is counterfeit. Destiny is demanding. Comfort will coddle your fears. Destiny will command your faith. And you, beloved, were not born for comfort. You were born for conquest. You were born for crowning. You were born for carrying glory in places still groaning for redemption. Michael declares, you are too anointed to abort now. You are too close to quit now. You are too called to compromise now. The final push will require your full yes, your full surrender, your full trust. But the reward, oh, the reward will be unlike anything you have dared to imagine. Because what heaven has prepared for you was not built by human hands. It was not scripted by human plans. It was not measured by human standards. It is divine. It is eternal. It is irrevocable. Beloved, hear the final instruction. Guard your gates. Guard your eyes from distractions. Guard your ears from deception. Guard your mouth from curses disguised as complaints. Speak life. Think victory. Move in expectation. Because the atmosphere around you is being saturated with the supernatural, because the delivery of destiny is approaching your gates. And you must be ready to receive it, not in fear, not in doubt, not in hesitation, but in boldness, in reverence, in holy expectation. Michael's sword blazes brighter. The final battle is a battle of focus. Win it, and you win the season. Hold your line, and you hold your miracle. Anchor your heart, and you anchor the fulfillment of everything heaven promised. This is your time, beloved. This is your tipping point. This is your transition into territories promised to your bloodline. Lift your head, fix your gaze, strengthen your spirit, because what heaven is about to release cannot be contained by human hands. It cannot be delayed by demonic plans. It cannot be stopped by earthly resistance. It is coming. It is close. It is yours. Step boldly. Stand firmly, move wisely, because the final warning has been given. And now the miracle rushes toward you with the force of 1,000 answered prayers. Beloved soul, now is the moment to seal what heaven has fought so fiercely to deliver to you. You are no longer just surviving battles unseen. You are stepping fully into the victory that was secured for you before time began. Archangel Michael stands tall, his sword raised, his shield radiant. It is done. It is sealed. It is unstoppable. The unseen wars that raged over your destiny are ending. The hidden attacks against your path are dissolving. The sabotage, the distractions, the delays, all losing their grip. You are emerging, crowned by perseverance, armored by faith, strengthened by unseen victories. Michael speaks with authority. Heaven has sealed your protection. Heaven has marked your territory. Heaven has secured your inheritance. No force of darkness can revoke it. No scheme of man can alter it. No spirit of sabotage can undo it. Because what God seals, no one can unseal. Because what heaven blesses, no curse can reverse. Because what is written in divine decree, no earthly resistance can erase. Beloved, you have endured the stripping. You have walked through the pruning. You have surrendered through the storms. And now you stand at the threshold of divine fulfillment. The letter, the sacred message containing your true identity, your hidden inheritance, your unlocked future, is approaching. It is no longer delayed. It is no longer denied. It is en route. It carries with it the answers you wept for, the affirmations you longed for, the breakthroughs you battled for. Michael leans close. Be ready to receive. Be ready to respond. Be ready to rise, because the delivery is not coming to a passive soul. It is coming to a prepared warrior, a surrendered vessel, a steadfast believer. You have been refined for this. You have been anointed for this. You have been appointed for this. The protection you carry now is not fragile. It is forged. Forged in the fires of unseen battles. Forged in the silent nights of desperate prayers. Forged in the choices you made to keep trusting when it would have been easier to walk away. Michael's voice thunders, "You are no longer vulnerable prey. You are a victorious heir, an heir to promises sealed by divine blood, an heir to blessings defended by angelic armies, an heir to miracles reserved for those who endure." Beloved, hear the final charge. Walk boldly into your miracle. Stand firmly in your identity. Speak life over your destiny. Do not apologize for your anointing. Do not shrink from your calling. Do not question your authority. You have paid the price. You have endured the process. You have honored the promise, and now heaven honors you. You will see the fulfillment of prophecies spoken over you. You will inherit lands promised to your bloodline. You will break chains that imprisoned generations before you, because you said yes, because you stayed faithful, because you kept believing even when you saw no sign. Michael reminds you, faith was your weapon, obedience was your shield, surrender was your victory. And now, your hands will hold the evidence of every prayer, every tear, every whispered declaration of hope. Prepare to gather the harvest sown in hiddenness. Prepare to celebrate victories secured in silence. Prepare to step into blessings so abundant that only heaven could have designed them. The final sealing is happening even now. As you read these words, angelic scribes are finalizing declarations over your life. As you breathe, heaven is releasing decrees that cannot be reversed. As you hope, miracles are racing toward your gates. Michael smiles. You have not waited in vain. You have not endured in vain. You have not believed in vain. Every battle was worth it. Every sacrifice was seed. Every prayer was water to a field now bursting with life. And now, beloved, you must prepare for overflow. Overflow in favor, overflow in healing, overflow in influence, not for your glory, but for heaven's, not for your comfort, but for kingdom advancement, not for your fame, but for your legacy. You are a carrier of light, a bearer of blessing, a vessel of victory, and heaven rejoices over you. Gabriel joins Michael now, their wings stirring the air. Sing, beloved. Dance, beloved. Rejoice, beloved. Because you are not stepping into another battle, you are stepping into fulfillment. Because you are not returning to warfare, you are rising into worship. Because you are not circling old mountains, you are claiming new territories. The battles are sealed, the blessings are released, the destiny is unlocked, all because heaven fought for you, all because you trusted heaven. Michael concludes. This is your coronation, this is your commissioning, this is your celebration. Step forward without fear. Step into your inheritance without apology. Step into your destiny without delay. Because you are divinely protected, you are fiercely loved. You are eternally victorious, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop what heaven has sealed for you.